going on, y'all? About to watch this video from More Pegasus, and it's about Hassan probably doing something stupid and taking no accountability. I don't know, but that's usually what Hassan does on a regular basis. Let's check this out, man. Don't forget to hit the hype button and check the source video, man. Why not? Why not? Let's see what's going down.
Welcome back to a series so galactic, even this Hassan orbiter subscribed. In today's video, Hassan has officially appeared on Iranian TV. It appears the dictatorship and regime finally caught on that they can use him for propaganda to show that Americans are on their side. Great job, Hassan. Hassan has responded initially very happy at being acknowledged by his overlords, only to immediately learn that he's right beside Sneako on TV. No! Hassan has met.
He's bugging. Y'all said, why would Hassan take accountability when Asman in Israel exists? That's funny. That's something that he would say too. He'd do something crazy. People like, hey man, you need to be held accountable. Well, but Asman Golden in Israel exists. Why should I have to apologize for my wrongs? He would say something like that.
Messed up big time after he pulled a Frogan and tells a US veteran to enjoy PTSD, violating Twitch TOS again. Asmongold has responded, pointing out the horrible optics. Debunker XQC explains how Hassan uses trolls as a justification for his bad behavior. The seer of spheres, nightmare of all chairs, Frogan is back. She is crying and begging for money on stream again. Third time's the charm. This time for her friend who is also broke. Asman is calling out Hassan for trying to collab with IShowSpeed and insert his political agenda everywhere.
I said you can't hit the the hype button for live streams. I figured that, but because I be cutting like clips from my live streams, I say it in the video. So if you guys are watching live and you hear me say that, I'm saying it for the people that's watching the replay, which hopefully you guys will watch the replay too, just to show love, man. Just to show love. Drop a comment. Fang gang.
Subscribe or you have to enter Frogan's gravitational field.
Oh, that's so crazy.
That's you falling into the black hole.
Let's up those numbers!
Now let's begin. Right, so Hassan has now appeared on Iranian TV. Apparently, the government is using him for propaganda now. Wow, who would have thought that Hassan is actually pro-regime? So they're basically using him to show that dictators are good, guys. Nobody's actually oppressed here. We treat our citizens with great compassion, such as gunning them down in the streets, you know? Every bad thing you've heard is just US propaganda, of course. So it all started here. Kick co-founder Bijan, who is Iranian, spotted Hassan reruns on Iranian state TV. They running this shit like Pokemon. Imagine being in Iran with no internet, can't leave the house, and your only form of entertainment is Hassan reruns on state TV. And we got the Hasan Piker stream playing on TV. This is beyond torture. Honestly, I would prefer to actually get gunned down than watch a fucking Hasan Piker stream on repeat over and over, bro. Holy shit. I'm sorry. This is a violation of human rights, bro. Like, this is beyond any torture they could have ever done. People responded, when a terrorist state is unironically showing you on their state TV, this should tell everyone exactly who you are. Next thing he's gonna get put on fucking North Korea TV, be like, yes, well, you see this American is saying North Korea is actually a wonderful place. We told you guys. So they're committing war crimes by torturing the public and forcing them to watch this tiny head regod. UN do.
Yeah, nah, that's crazy. I'd be mad as hell. Niggas trying to force me to watch Hassan on some Clockwork Orange type ish. Get out of here. Not never. Could you imagine? What if like you tried to watch YouTube and it was just Hassan live streams and videos? I'll lose my mind. I would lose my mind, son, and never use what's his name, YouTube ever again.
Do something. Oh my god, this is beyond any sort of fucking warfare. This is psychological. Wait, they're showing Hassan streams on Iranian TV, the same channel that's consistently used to push anti-American, anti-West propaganda, has his streams running on air, and we're still gonna sit here and pretend that Hassan isn't a terrorist propaganda mouthpiece. The only people sitting there thinking that are Hassan fans. Okay, Hassan fans, Hassan orbiters, Jellywig, and people like that. He's not a terrorist sympathizer. He's just beloved by terrorists and state sponsors of terrorism around the world, guys. It's just a coincidence. Don't you guys understand? Correlation does not mean causation. It just so happens that Hezbollah is his favorite flag. It just so happens that he's interviewing a very innocent Yemeni citizen who tweets about bombing ships, of course. So Hassan responds asking, is this real? And he responds on stream as well. This means he has direct contact with the IRGC. Well, I don't know about that one. I don't know if they got permission or anything like that, but people are gonna draw their conclusions. He's either gonna brag about it or shit himself. Don't worry, he did both. Right, so Hassan responds on stream and he's actually happy. You cannot make this shit up. He's actually happy that he's getting acknowledged by his overlords here. Except he does find out one additional thing. Hassan finds out he was featured alongside Sneako on Iranian state TV. Interesting.
You made it on the Iran State News TV. Yeah, speaking of state broadcasters, your boy was on Iranian News. Goddamn mind that people fucking sit there and
این واقعا برام باور نکردنیه اینکه
also lots of cursing for Iranian TV. They let that slide.
میشینند و این چیزها رو جشن بگیرن. کودکان سلاخی میشوند و اونها میشینند و جشن میگیرند. این واقعا زننده است.
من تا حالا همچین رفتم فروشای تو
No, they put me with Sneako. No, I didn't realize. No, turn it off. Turn that shit off. No. Wait.
Oh, yeah, you know Sneako about to respond to this. You know Sneako about to go at him. We'll see. Hey, what's up, Neckbone? How you doing? You said Hassan's real laugh on repeat will break you after 20 minutes tops. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to hear that. Me and I said, thank God Hassan didn't overreact. Sarcasm. That's funny.
That makes it even funnier because like the guy chirping at me was like the head of Twitch or something, like, or head of Kick. Where is it? Oh yeah, Bijan Tehrani, who's the co-founder of Stake and Kick, goes, imagine being in Iran with no internet, can't leave the house, and your only form of entertainment is Hassan reruns on state TV. I said, is this real? He's chirping, but it turns out one of his main content creators was also on Iranian state television.
Right. So you're telling me the reason he's upset is not because he was used for propaganda by a dictatorship and, you know, people who support terrorists or whatever, but it's because he's next to Sneako. It's because he's next to Sneako. That's why he's complaining. First off, you have no reason to complain. You literally have the same ideology. You both consistently swallow Dictator D. You slap it up. You are firmly...
That's crazy. Why is there so many SpongeBob memes that fit these words? That's insane. That is crazy. I said Sneako does respond. Okay, but
grasping it into your hand. Sneako is out there flipping, praying for the health and safety of a guy who's already dead. He's coping, being like, oh, well, he's not dead. And if he is dead, he's requesting the gods to grant him passage to the highest levels of heaven. Like, for what? For gunning down his citizens, apparently. This is just so brave, so brave. And then we got Hassan's uncle out there going, well, you know, this guy might have been a horrible piece of shit.
Yeah, said Sneako is now saying him and Hassan should join forces. You lying. He said that? He said him and Hassan should join forces. More Pegasus talks about it on the next episode. We're going to have to check that out. Maybe not this stream. Well, maybe if we have time. But if not this stream, we're going to check it out next stream for sure. That's crazy. That's wild. They are both dirtbags. I'm going to have to agree now. I used to rock with some of Sneako's content years ago before he lost his damn mind. It's very unfortunate. Bacon grease would, that's what I call him, would ride the horse. Oh no. Oh no. I didn't know Sneako did political commentary. I thought he was one of those Andrew Tate type of dudes. Or is he just a poser? If I'm not mistaken, a lot of people who were in the fake red pill, because that's not what red pill was, like Andrew Tate or maybe even Fresh and Fit and anyone that you would include, right? They cover politics as well. That's just like the smaller topics that they would cover, right? So because Sneako's in that field, he does politics from time to time, right? He's not like, or at least wasn't at one point, 100% politics. He was covering like the fake red pill, stuff like that, and he'll cover politics, or he'll react to people who do cover politics, like Candace Owens or something. You said Andrew Tate says Sneako is gay. Not that there's anything wrong with you know, being a part of whatever community you want to be a part of, but that's crazy. I didn't react to any of that. I hope we could probably react to something involving the beef between those two, because that's wild. Who did a video on Andrew Tate versus Sneako? I didn't get a chance to cover that. That's wild, but I've been hearing some stuff here that, yo, why Andrew Tate said that? Oh man, that's crazy. Sneako did do ish comedy routine where he said he was a part of the alphabet. I never watched his comedy routine. I liked when he did documentaries on like just life. That was the Sneako I was rocking with. Right? When it comes to red pill, as someone who used to consider themselves to be red pill, not the internet version, because all red pill means is that you see the truth for what it is, right? You know what reality is. That's with every aspect. For some weird reason, there was people that used that title, but then started doing PUA, which is pickup artist content, which is not red pill, but it's how you like get girls and yada yada yada. People were merging that and saying they were red pill, and then messed up the whole thing on the internet to where I don't even claim that no more. Right? I'm talking about when I was reading books about stuff, like seeing what the world was for what it was before YouTube. So it was nasty to see that they corrupted it. You think WestJet covered it? I ain't bet. I'm gonna check that out after this, son. So Andrew Tate is actually pretty funny. I used to think he was hilarious, but now there's certain things that he does that I can't respect. Like blaming Sneako for playing the Kanye West song. That was disgusting, especially due to the fact that it was Fresh from Fresh and Fit that kept having that song played over and over again, but they all decided to blame Sneako. So I don't rock with none of them. Andrew Tate, Sneako, Fresh and Fit. I don't really support none of them. I used to like Myron until he turned into a cartoon. So I don't really watch any of those content creators, really. I cover them though, but not like on some in my free time.
Hunting down his citizens, but he never knelt to America. What a brave man. Like legit the most insane shit. Also, I love how even the Iranian regime realizes that both of these guys just really support them, right?
It's really not a pill rainbow. People keep making up like different pills and colors and stuff like that for whatever philosophy that they want to follow. It's really only like red, blue, black, and I'll allow purple. Purple existed for a while too. But then now you got people talking about some gold pill, white pill. Like this is the Power Rangers. They just be pulling pills. YouTube are going to probably think I'm talking about the wrong thing. But they just make up one and put their philosophy as that pill. I think it's only like 4. You talk to my older brother, he would say there's only like 2. He don't count the 3rd, which is black.
And this should probably show everyone how ridiculous.
You never want to go to that one. That's too extreme.
ridiculous Hassan's worldview is, right? This is basically like if Kim Jong-un went, I'm a big fan of Hasan Piker, actually. This guy, he always glazes us. I'm going to put reruns of him all over North Korea right now. I just love this guy. He's great. And the fact that Hassan was like initially excited, bro, this is not a good thing, you fucking moron. Hassan actually saw this and went, yes, I love this. I can actually recruit more terrorist fans. Yes, the regime is recommending Hasan Piker broadcast to fellow terrorists. Yes. Meanwhile, regular Iranians watching this going like,
so you like Benny Johnson? I watch him from time to time. I like Steven Crowder. I don't watch him as much as I used to. I used to rock with him heavy. I don't really watch him like that. I think it was his debate style that I don't really enjoy. I don't pay for my club, but still get good laughs from his clips. Come up on YouTube. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong. He said Crowder has some good songs he has created. He be making songs.
like, holy shit, get this guy out of here, bruh. Anything but him, holy. Makes sense since Hassan and Sneako pretty much have the same ideology. I don't know how they've somehow met in the middle here, bro. So Iranian propaganda is wrong when it lumps him with people he doesn't like, but it's correct when it supports his narrative. This dude is such a clown. You know you're on the right side of history when you agree with Hassan. This better be sarcasm. When you get put alongside Sneako on state television of an oppressive regime that tortures or kills dissidents, I think that's time to introspect on what you're putting out. Okay, come on. Are you telling Hasan Piker to do introspection? That shit's not in his vocabulary. He can't accept the fact that he and Sneako is basically the same.
What the heck is the pink one? See what I mean? They trying to treat it like Power Rangers. The heck would the pink one be for? Trying to figure out who is serious, who is satire. They all probably satire at this point. You're going to have me looking this up. Who made that? Okay, that it don't even show up. It don't even show up when you search it. Is dating context that refers to niche online. Okay, what does it mean? It's the female counterparts of that's stupid. That's stupid. That's so dumb. That's so dumb. A woman can be a part of the black pill. Why would you need to make a female counterpart to it? All right, let me see. It focuses on women's empowerment, hypergamy, navigating modern dating. This is so stupid. It generally emphasizes on self-improvement, understanding male psychology. Okay, so this is a pill that's only dedicated to females, which is stupid because none of the pills are dedicated to one gender, right? That's crazy. Whatever. I told you, man. They treating it like it's Power Rangers, bro. That's so stupid. Pink pill sounds a part of the alphabet. Yeah. Is the pink one estrogen? That's funny. Sometimes I think of all these creators are just rage baiting for views. Majority of them.
Person now. I mean, Sneako does say he shares a lot of opinions with Hassan now, right? How dense can a person be to be featured on Iranian state television is not a flex? Well, Hassan is fucking gooning over this. He's overjoyed. Anyways, next time a Hassan fan tells you that, oh no, he's not a terrorist supporter, one, play every single clip of the times he supported terrorists, and two, show people that the terrorists and the dictators absolutely love him. They love his ass. So, I don't know. Moving on to Hassan's latest fuck up. Apparently, he pulled a Frogan, right? And he started wishing US veterans get PTSD. Now, to be fair, the chatter he was responding to was pretty out of pocket too, clearly trying to rage bait him, sort of troll, make these inflammatory statements. But the thing is, as a streamer, you still gotta follow TOS regardless of what they say, right? They will get banned if they're typing some stupid shit. So if I go through like YouTube comments, I can find someone saying, oh, go neck yourself, or, just being explicitly racist or dumb or whatever. So that doesn't give me a free pass to do the exact same thing to a larger audience, right? Just because one chatter somewhere said some stupid shit. It's just dumb logic.
Hassan says, enjoy PTSD. Why would you do this? Does he want to get banned?
15 years out from Iraq, eat my balls. Do you even have your balls remaining? Or did a fucking IED explode them for you, dumbass? Shut the fuck up talking about Islam.
Yeah.
Go enjoy your PTSD, asshole. Fuck you.
Nigga went
Why would
full
you say
Frogan.
this? You knew Frogan got in trouble for that. Why would you say this?
I have no pity at all for any soldiers. I hope you get
Yeah, that's
PTSD.
crazy.
Aha! So this was all a plan to steal my oats.
Who's to say he had PTSD either? How much you want to bet he's going to be banned on Sunday again? I don't know, man.
Lord, that's getting clipped, Lamar. I don't give a dude. If you go to Iraq and you
Yeah.
learn that lesson, you realize that was wrong, you're welcome here. You come back from Iraq, whatever, bitch. I'll start live streaming on YouTube tomorrow.
Yeah.
Suck my dick. No, you're getting clipped.
I mean, to be fair, this is it's a bad clip. It is. Like, I think everybody can acknowledge, even he knows, another clip of Hassan, of another streamer on Twitch wishing PTSD on another American veteran.
The same people like
horrible.
Asmongold who
So it is me. It is all about me, as usual. Okay, so yeah, I care about veterans. Of course I care about veterans. That's why.
Hassan and his pack of goons are obsessed with Asmongold. This is weird, bro. Like, why? What the heck? Yo, Indo, Bio gotta be about Asmongold. It all gotta come back to Asmon. This is just, like, very strange. So the Watcher exposed Hassan terribly in Twitch in the next episode. Oh man. Yeah, that's gonna be good. And Hassan's chat got banned within like a minute, 35 seconds. Oh, that's crazy.
don't want to have our money go to Somalians so it can go to veterans.
Really? That's what we're doing?
Yeah.
Twitch can apply this double standard. Literally doesn't say a single damn thing about that, but then turns around and tries to ban me for this shit. Fuck this.
So he's preemptively getting mad at something that hasn't even happened. He's like pre-malding
this platform. I will never come back here.
Why? Like, what? Okay.
Y'all are a bunch of dumb bitches too for being like, oh, you're gonna get clipped.
I mean, to be fair, they were right.
Dumb motherfucker doesn't even realize his own lived experiences should have taught him a very valuable lesson.
It'll look pretty weird if he said that, like, you know, enjoy your PTSD, and it's like, you know, he doesn't get in trouble for that because they banned Frogan for the same thing. So yeah, what a bad time for him, and really having a bad time. Very, very upset.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty cut and dry there. He obviously violated TOS. You just can't be saying that about veterans or whatever. Now, the question remains, will he get banned, right? Surely this time, guys. Surely the 1,000th time is the charm, right? Surely this time. I think the best we can hope for at this point is a extremely long paid vacation with Dan Clancy onto their special island, right? Where they can goon for eternity together, right? Now, it would still not be a ban, but it will be like a little vacation. Let's just hope it's really long, you know? But I wonder if they're even over it now. You know, before they used to ban him for 24 hours on his day off as a sort of way to get the heat off of him, be like, oh, we banned him, guys. Look, advertisers, look, Twitch is still safe, right? But I think they're just done with that. They're not even going to attempt to seem like they're fair or anything like that. So we'll have to wait and see what happens here. But I feel like it's so bold to do this right after Frogan, right? I guess they really just haven't learned their lesson. And I just hate how he always plays victim, bro. He always pretends like, oh my God, stop saying I'm going to get clipped and Twitch will ban me. Oh my God, Twitch is going to ban me. Twitch is a right-wing leaning platform. They're looking for a reason to get rid of me. Shut the fuck up, bro. Like, you're such a piece of shit, bro. There you are sitting on the throne. You're like the emperor, right? When it regards to Twitch. And then you're like, oh my God, I'm so broke now. Oh my God. Meanwhile, the peasants are fucking starving there. Get banned for like blinking in the wrong direction. Hassan has got to be like the most ungrateful person ever. I mean, think about it. Ultimate gooning lord, Dan Clancy, does all of this shit for him, right? Protects him over and over and over again for years and years. And he's still out here just shit talking Twitch, right? I don't know, man. Maybe it seems like they had a bad night in the bedroom or something. You know, Asmon didn't respond to his calls. He's just a little cranky, right? Pure responded, you know who actually has PTSD? Kaya. Oh, absolutely. After getting shot. Hassan has the sensitivity of a habitually shocked dog. True. Due to so miserable, it's palpable. It's also palpatinable. I'm never coming back here. We all know he doesn't mean that because he's Clancy's favorite pet on Twitch. As long as that dinosaur's kicking around, this guy's immunity. He can't get banned. They protect him. Dude's never beating the terrorism propagandist allegation because it's quite literally what he is. I mean, he's on fucking TV for it now. This dude's in his mid-30s crashing out like a 15-year-old that was just told he can't go to a party. I'm never coming back. Professional 8-year-old threatening to hold his breath. Honestly, it just seems like he's mad 24/7. The guy is beyond miserable and it makes me smile. It's kind of the premise of this series, not gonna lie. The guy who goes 10 toes down for an organization that has an AK-47 on their flag is telling the rest of us we are the terrorists. He thinks he's a good person. That's how insane he is. Bro, like what? Different reality, man. I will never come back here. Don't threaten me with a good time with a cleaned up internet. Well, no, he meant by not coming back on Twitch, he's gonna go to YouTube. All right, that's what he meant. Damn. But hopefully he comes here and gets perma banned here. But he lasted about one stream, so before he started crying about his viewership going down, he went full Frogan. Never go full Frogan. We got the boxing commentator guy, Wade Plemons, responding, freaking scumbag. I've been saying this dude is a lunatic. Never had to lift a finger in his life talking about enjoy PTSD. Well, the same guys are the reason he can talk shit from the comfort of his home, making millions. Pathetic little worm. See, if you really want to recreate the clip, he should have been stuffing his face with like a salad, of course.
Hey, yo, ho. Did I play a nasty song for them? And if we had to give him the nasty song at any point, should have gave it to them for this video for sure. We're gonna give it to them now. What the hell?
Yeah. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name.
Too many hamburgers.
Answer. This is the exact shit I was asking you about when I asked you when you were going to start holding people accountable, regardless of social status. Yeah, this is the guy who actually confronted Dan Clancy. If someone can get banned on your platform for calling someone a fat for 30 days, it boggles my mind that homie gets away with saying this shit. Don't call him a homie. See, bro and homie's a different thing. Okay, come on. One's more endearing. Last time I checked, veterans are a protected class unless you've changed that. Would love some light on this. Tectone Twitch is an opportunity to earn back so much good faith from the community, but they won't. Let's be real. He must be banned for violating their rules. Imagine.
They're not gonna ban him for nothing. And if they do ban him, it's gonna be on some like temporary suspension. Like he coming back tomorrow. No need to worry type of ish. Crazy.
Talking like this, being like, yeah, surely. Dude, can you guys imagine being like a new person on the internet and encountering Hasan Piker being like, but he violated the rules, guys. Why is he not banned? First rodeo here with the Diddy Piker, huh? Right, so the tweet got community noted. Hassan violated Twitch's hateful conduct and harassment policy. Veteran status is explicitly considered a protected.
It's Mr. Nasty. If you nasty, that's funny. That's that Janet Jackson joint right there.
Characteristic. Content or behavior that attacks, harasses, or promotes hatred based on someone's veteran status is hateful conduct. Yeah, totally. The policy totally matters. Let me guess. Israel controls community notes. Wow, you really got it down. You got it. Right, so the debunker has chimed in, thinks that Hassan should be banned, and it doesn't matter what the veteran chatter said.
So enjoy your fucking PTSD, asshole. Fuck you. Imagine having the audacity.
Okay, banned. Yeah, of course it's not gonna get banned if I don't watch a clip and it doesn't go or whatever. So I'm gonna say it first. Okay, banned.
What the hell did he just say? My bad. I don't speak fluent XQC. This nigga. I didn't know what the hell he just said. I understood banned. I didn't know what the rest of what he just said.
Boom, done. Well, I mean, Frogan got banned for way less. That's on the hinge as fuck. I mean, guys, Twitch made a TOS very strict, and at TwitchCon even some veteran asked the question, and they said that they would lock in on veteran related shit, and he's just shitting on them.
He said Twitch in the US, something about Frogan, and he issued on him. I think I heard those. What do you mean Twitch in the US? Well, Twitch everywhere. I don't know what he's saying, bro. Hold on. Is this not on? Put this on. Let's see what he said. Nah. Hold on. I hate to do this guy like that. My bad, Detective Pikachu. But I don't know what you just said. I got to look at the subtitles.
Twitch made it US very strict. And
on the hinges.
at TwitchCon, even some veteran asked the question, and they said that they would lock in on veteran-related shit, and he's just shitting on him. He's just shitting over the DS for what reason? This is not...
Okay, for what reason? Oh, he said for what reason? I thought he said for one person. All right, so Twitch did some kind of convention and said we gonna be cracking down on people that's going after veterans. And then they let him do that. Yeah, I agree with XQC. That's foul.
Not 1994.
That's it. Too many energy drinks. Oh, snap. I'm terrified to drink energy drinks now. After I used to watch this show called 1,000 Ways to, to get deleted from the video game. And one of the ways was somebody that kept drinking energy drinks. So after that, I stopped. I never drank an energy drink anymore.
66 months.
Where because somebody said something, you can say whatever you want. But the guy could have said the worst thing in the world. I don't give a shit. If you answer
blah, 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 blah. XQC words to remember. Blah, 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 blah.
I guess you're wrong. Why would you should act like you're the master of the orchestra as a streamer and then lower yourself to the standards of random rage baiters? Like, why would you lower yourself and say, oh, well, this guy said a bunch of slurs and I'm mad, so I'm going to lower myself to his level and I'm going to say a worse slur. Got him. Right, guys? Right? Anybody? No, you're a fucking idiot. Like, who are you? No, you don't do that. Yeah, it's both wrong, but in that case, he's more wrong because he should know better.
Yeah, I mean, actually,
I don't understand. Like a good, I'd say 40% of what he be saying, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because he talk fast. Some of y'all said it's because he's a French Canadian. That can't be true. That can't be true because I understand Georges St. Pierre perfectly fine. He's one of my favorite fighters. Maybe it's because he speak way slower, like real robot. Like, I am not impressed with your performance, Dana White. I would like another chance at that title. Well, this nigga sound like French Canadian Terminator. I'll be back. That didn't sound like it. And I watched Degrassi. I'm a huge fan. That ain't sound like Wheelchair Jimmy. I'm joking, of course. I'm joking. Speeds, if you can't get XQC accent, you should hear Carrie Farmer. Oh no. Is it crazy? Well, I'm sure my accent sound probably crazy to different like cities, states, countries. I remember when I lived in Virginia, all the teachers used to dead ass make fun of my voice. And then they would do it in a way where it sounded like they was like a Italian mobster from a Goodfellas movie or something. Like, well, I was like, is that how I sound? Like, I sound like Johnny Depp in that damn undercover mafia movie he did. I sound like that. I sound like my man from what's the name of that damn joint where they was in the Bronx? Bronxtown? I sound like a Bronx. Well, okay, that now that I think about it, that does make sense to why they think that we are. That was like the 80s, nigga. Like in one particular part of the Bronx. Near Little Italy. Anyway.
He is completely right here. The chatter can get banned, of course, if they're saying some unhinged shit or whatever. But then Hassan should also get banned, right? On a decent platform, the rules actually mean something, right? But this is obviously fucking Twitch.
Thank you, Buzzford. I appreciate that.
And I feel like if he finally, goes through with this tantrum and goes to YouTube and he tries this shit here, violating the rules, I feel like, he's not going to be very happy. He's just going to get banned and his channel gets nuked. And honestly, I should stop warning him. I know he's watching the series. Honestly, go ahead, Hassan. Just do whatever you want. Surely nothing will go wrong. But yeah, honestly, Hassan just seems like an easily irritable guy. Basically, anyone can get under his skin, right? Whether it be a bunch of random chatters on his stream or anyone commenting anything, right? This guy has been on the internet for a decade and has still not learned how to deal with trolls, right? He always gets triggered and then he tries to fight back and then he just looks like an idiot. And the thing is, it's just not ideal. Like, you never want to be this thin-skinned if you're an influencer, right? Like, if I see a comment I don't like, I just sort of see if there's any valid criticism there. If there is, then you sort of consider it, which 99% of the time there isn't. And you just sort of have to move on because there's a bunch of trolls on the internet. Simple as that. I feel like Twitch streamers are more susceptible to this rage bait because it's in real time, it's back and forth. And Hassan particularly, I mean, every stream is just crashing out at somebody, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the entertainment. He honestly should be. Enjoy your PTSD is a hell of a thing to say. Pure responded, I don't remember Frogan being banned over a comment wishing PTSD on veterans. Wasn't she only banned with the rest of these people for the TwitchCon tier list? Well, I think that is actually the case of that she wasn't actually banned for that specific comment, and she was only banned for the tier list. So I don't know if they're going to apply it this time. I mean, that was still unjust as well because she violated the TOS as well. But yeah, I mean, Twitch is just not consistent with it. They basically only take action when it becomes like a big enough issue and when they get scared and they like, oh, the advertisers might be pulling out or whatever.
When there's enough public backlash.
He should have been permabanned for shocking his dog. This is honestly worse than Frogan's PTSD comment calling a U.S. service member a terrorist when you preach about morality from your multi-million-dollar mansion in L.A. They protect for you is a level of disconnected I've never seen before. If you hate America so much, leave. Well, I hear Iran is real nice. The government really likes you. I think they'll give you like a free visa and everything, man. Right, so Ethan responded. Number one, not enough people are acknowledging that the original message from the chatter was fucked up. Number two, Hassan is an immature, hateful loser that makes everything worse. He could have
Hey, what's up, Gray? How you doing?
put this person in their place, but because of his arrogance, it's now being overlooked by his continued unhinged and insane behavior. Well, Hassan now hurting his cause, a classic. Moving on to the Big Bang herself, Frogan. Holy gravitation.
Oh, no.
She's back and she's begging for money again.
You said Big Bang or Big Mac? Extra sauce. Extra secret sauce, nigga.
Begging and crying on her stream and apparently being homophobic, not very woke. Now, you might remember the last time we talked about her, she was also begging and crying, begging for subs on stream. She was begging for rent, begging for $500 for her arm cast after her ice skating incident, cookie jar incident.
It's my job, though. I have to focus on the fucking money.
Like, you can't control how much money people give you. That's not going to be something you can control. Could you stop begging for rent? It's so.
Okay, then you know what? Fine. Give me. You know my Venmo. Send me that shit then.
Keep watching, and I'm like, oh, here she goes again, begging for rent.
Okay.
Bro, just calls her out on her own stream.
Exclamation point tip. Say goodbye to the cast. I need $500 to pay for my cast.
Right, so that brings us to today. Twitch streamer Frogan is now begging her audience for subs, not for her, but her podcast co-host Raf. As he's stating, he might have to move back to Florida if he doesn't find a job in California by 2027.
Bye? Nigga, are you dead serious? You got mad time. That's a whole 9 months. You can't find a job in 9 months, bro. Before I became a YouTuber, I had a job for my whole life. Like, my whole life. I've always worked since I was like 13, 14. I fought hard to get the paperwork so I could work early. And then I don't think I went 2 weeks without a job. Like, at one point, I had 3 jobs. You can't get a job in 9 months. I don't know. Is it hard to get a job in California? Like, can you not pull up to McDonald's and apply? Or am I tripping? Like, is it that he can't get a job or he can't get a job that he wants? And also, take your ass back to where you gotta go. Like, what are you talking about? Move. Bye. It was like, we live in an adult world. How old is Raph or Frogan?
Frogan breaks down crying and calls herself gay for crying. That's not very woke, Frogan. States that the last years of her life have been hell and it can't get any worse.
I don't know why I said it like that. I said it like, all my life I had to fight. All my life I had to work. Okay, I've been working forever. I don't think I never not had a job.
Well, you could be forced to eat a salad, that it could be worse. McDonald's could run out of Big Macs, don't never say never. Outside the clips, Frogan states she's having a mental breakdown and is tired of being locked in on her fitness and losing weight, that she's obsessed with losing weight. Since yesterday, or has this been going on for a while? Because I'm not really seeing many of the results.
It's not I can't get a job, is don't want a job. Got it. That's crazy. Say high minimum wage and CA, even better. Even better. What? Go over there and get that job. Put them fries in that bag.
If she, respect to her, if she's putting in the effort or anything, but like if she's just yapping and being like, oh yeah, I'm doing all this shit and not actually, putting in any effort, then yeah, you're a clown.
Like, what if people start believing it? And then how long have I known Raph? For almost 3 years. We met in July of 2023. I feel like I've known him forever. I feel like I've known him my whole life. Chat has known me longer, yeah. He said that he might move back to Florida at the end of the year if he doesn't find a job. Yeah, bro, he told me that shit too. And honestly, reading that made my arms go numb right now. So you all better.
Your arms are going numb because you're not getting circulation. Because you don't do nothing but, you know what, my bad. I was about to go crazy just now. That sounded nuts. No, because stop. Your arms are going on. Go on a walk. Like, go for a jog. Stationary bike. How about you start the stream off like that? Stationary bike. What's up? Instead of eating and sitting all day. You could literally see my stationary bike in the back. It's just a coat hanging on it. I swear I take it off and use it. I like to watch TV shows and stuff while I'm on a stationary bike. Helps me forget that I'm actually working out.
Lock in and give that man subs. You all better lock in and give him subs. Because I'm going to be honest, guys. I will die. I will die if my best friend moves away. So, nobody ever mentioned this to him.
She crying?
My gay ass. It's funny because when he told me, I was like trying so hard not to cry. I didn't cry until he went home.
Right. So from what I understand, the interpretation I have between all the fucking crying and, miserableness, her friend is also broke. And this is another Hassan Orbiter, another Hassan Glazer. This is like her podcast co-host or whatever. And he's completely irrelevant, just sort of known as Frogan's friend. So nobody really talks about that guy. But wasn't there another person in the call who was calling her out for begging for subs? Wasn't it this guy or was that somebody else? Because that would be ironic as hell. If you were like, oh yeah, stop crying about your subs, and now she's begging for you as well. Listen, I don't keep.
If I'm not mistaken, that same guy said that it would be okay for her to move back in with her parents. Take your ass over to mom's crib, bro. Go figure out your life. Streaming stuff is extra activities if you ain't paying bills with it, bro. It is what it is. It's cool. It's part of the game. You didn't build your own audience. So, part of the game.
Up with Frogan's social circle or social orbit in this case, obviously. But yeah, it's just insane. Like every stream is crying and begging for money. At least, like, have some dignity and go out on the street at least. At least you'll get a couple steps in or something. But yeah, then she says like the last years of her life have been hell.
He said that if he doesn't get a job or whatever by the beginning of next year. But honestly, it's like literally only March. Chat, why'd you guys make me cry? Guys, this is the second time today I cried about some dumb shit. I assume you're crying because your back hurts from your huge knockers. I'm crying. He's trying to distract from people.
Did they spell belly wrong? My bad. I don't know what they talk. That's crazy. That's insane. What kind of joke was that? That was wild.
You guys, okay, let's focus. Let's focus, dude. You guys, I cried twice today. Like one right before I went live, and then one right now. And honestly, that's the most I've cried in a long time. That's the most I've cried in a while. TBH. Why'd I cry earlier? The most crazy reason ever. About a man. Just kidding. No, not about a man. Well, my dad. No, it's not even the antidepressants making it hard. It's me like, it's like, honestly, these last years of my life have been fucking hell to the point where I'm like, it can't get worse. So I stopped crying as much as I used to.
What the hell?
You cried over two different men in one day. Stop! Stop it!
You know, Frogan, here's a thought. If you need money, get a job!
Yeah, throw that application on the screen. Throw that application on the screen, bro. Like, they need to see it. The hell?
Holy, oh my god. Play the meme. Yeah, man, these people just cry, and they don't take like the simplest maneuver of getting a job. Like, you have a master's degree. What the hell are you doing? You were obviously not talented enough to make it, despite Hassan constantly pushing your channel, despite constantly having the Rising Star Awards, you know, getting promoted by all these streamers. Just accept it. You suck at streaming, okay? You suck at streaming. It's time to move on. Use your master's degree. It's just sitting there.
I'm trying to step my game up in streaming. I took a lot of time off and streaming on all types of different channels, so I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. I don't think Frogan ever showed effort into trying to make her streams more entertaining for her audience. Not even a little bit. I don't think so. Yeah, nah, that ain't happen. Nah, she just thought she was gonna be able to nut hug Hassan all the way to the finish line.
Your parents probably paid for that shit, and you're like doing nothing with it as well because you want to grift with the Hassan orbiters. And honestly, I get it. You know, content creation is a good job. It's a dream job. Once you get a taste of it, you never really want to go back to a 9 to 5 or whatever. But that privilege is reserved for people who can make it work, right? People who are actually earning a decent amount of money, an amount of money that replaces a 9 to 5, right? Or is equivalent.
That's true. Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button if you're able to.
Equivalent or more. And in that case, you can make it work. But, you know, you might have been able to do it like the first year or something with all these pushes. But now the reality is obvious. Every time we check in on you, you're just crying and begging for money. It's embarrassing. You're a full grown woman. It's time to work for your food or maybe cut the budget. I don't know. Like, you just got to cut your losses and move on. Hassan ain't helping you. No one is helping you. Okay. This is the real world. Ironically, I'm the only one out here giving you legitimate advice, right? That if you actually follow my advice in the next couple of years, you'll be thanking me, right? If you go get a job, and you know what? You don't have to quit streaming. You can do streaming on the side. Okay, that's how most people do it. It's a side hustle. Like YouTube for 99.99% of people, including me, started off as a side hustle. I was still going to college.
That's facts. that's facts. In fact, might still be a side hustle for me, actually, technically. So yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with getting a job. Like, people put so much shame into it. I don't understand why. There are people that are living amazing lives working 9 to 5s, like the audience. Like, what's wrong with you? You think you better than somebody? Go get a job, bro. Go get a job. Like, that's crazy. There's nothing wrong with working. Or if you're in between jobs, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. But if you on here crying, like literally on your live stream, you need to give me money. Nah, that's crazy. People should donate if they want to. It shouldn't be based on you begging and pleading and them making up for your mistakes. That sounds crazy. I don't think that's right.
I'm still doing all the shit what I'm supposed to do. And then when you're confident you can make it work, then you sort of take the plunge or whatever. And then you got to be somewhat talented enough to keep it going. But Frogan, that doesn't seem like it's working for you. So you can try again later. You know, you don't have to give up on the dream, right? Of sitting there and fucking eating food and wishing PTSD on veterans. You can still do that.
That's the dream.
Just, maybe a little later. I think this is the actually emblematic of the reason why I don't like Frogan. Just constantly put in the category of being part of the woke mob, yet no one calls her out when she uses homophobic language, such as attributing her fits of crying as her being a gay ass. Finally, this is proof that she is simply allergic to making content. She's been focused on losing weight. She literally has a degree in health science. Freaking use it, girl. To be fair, I don't know if this actually helps. I don't know what the hell they're teaching, because you're probably better off watching YouTube videos on how to lose weight. I mean, there's only one way to lose weight, a calorie deficit. It's just mathematics, I feel like. Make that your content instead of bitching at people online. Make workout streams, explain the science behind the dieting, since nutrition is part of the degree. Dude, that would be the most insane pivot. That might be more insane than Nick Ocado becoming thin. Imagine Frogan goes on to be a successful, fitness channel and a nutrition advice channel. Honestly, I will be the first one to support her. I will literally be like, holy shit, I am proud of you.
I wouldn't be mad at that. I would watch the fitness journey, right? I've seen stuff like that. I used to love The Biggest Loser. Stop watching it. I don't know why. Right? I heard there's a lot of crazy stuff going on behind the scenes, but from time to time, I still check out people's weight loss journey. Me, myself, I lost over 100 pounds. I'm going to lose more.
Right? If you stop the shitty political grift and you turn it into something like that, you'll actually get so many people on your side. You might actually have a legit audience just from the comedy of it, right? A lot of people might be making fun of you, but if you actually start losing weight and, turning your life around, that could be cinema. Must be nice to just go to California with no job lined up and chill on a podcast. How is that possible? It's not. That's why she's crying. Same group of people that called Ethan irrelevant. Yeah, I haven't seen him breaking down and saying that, he needs money. How close do you think she is to having to get a real job? 16 years away. She's never gonna do.
Ethan's a whole millionaire. Ethan got famous on YouTube when they was throwing money at YouTubers. And it's like, here, take it. Well, wish I started YouTube early, nigga. That'd have been amazing.
Do it. Just put the fries in the bag. Yeah, that's not happening. It's going straight in her mouth. Anyways, apparently Twitch hasn't been supporting her much too. Frogan reveals she was kicked out of Twitch's Women's Guild last year without any notification. Also calls out the platform for doing nothing when she reached out to them about harassment. Frogan, I was kicked out of the Women's Guild last year, and Twitch never notified me at all. They just removed me from the Discord and removed me from the stream team. Casey responds, not surprised, Twitch hates women who speak out. Let's not mention the amount of times I've directly reached out to them pertaining to harassment from streamers, and they did absolutely nothing. I think she means Tectone calling her large. But I feel like
they themselves harass people and streamers on a regular basis. That's crazy for her to be sitting there playing victim.
Got banned for that, right? Start some shit. Why are people mean to me? This is like Hassan going, leave me alone. She was the one doing the harassing, not to mention wishing PTSD. Let me play you a sad song, the world's smallest violin. Two women who frequently say vile things to other women aren't wanted in the Women's Guild. Moving on to Asmongold, talking about Hassan trying to get the IShowSpeed collab. Now recap, Hassan tried to reach out to him and got ghosted.
Even right now, you could just go to fucking Cuba, okay? And people don't even know that. Invite IShowSpeed. Genuinely, I asked. He did not respond. It would have been great.
Asmon thinks Hassan should stop being an a-hole by forcing collabs with non-political streamers, trying to use speed to co-opt his audience.
This is crazy. I wonder how mad he is.
Amazing stream. Okay.
Yeah.
And then people are like, WSpeed, but they don't understand. This isn't me clout chasing or whatever. The goal of this is obvious.
You're trying to use speed as a vehicle to co-opt his audience to spread your political agenda. Anybody who is a neutral content creator that's collaborating with you is engaging with a person that actually has no respect or desire to be friendly with them or have anything to do with them, other than to just simply co-opt their audience to push their audience into an ideology. You've said this yourself. It's not even I'm not making this up, right? You said this. You've said this.
Take speed has traveled all around the world. We're going to Cuba with journalists and artists like Kneecap. It's not a fucking Twitch.
Artists like Kneecap. Didn't Kneecap have to put out a statement that they didn't support Hamas? Why the fuck would Speed want to be around somebody that was accused of supporting Hamas, reading terrorist handbooks and shit? I thought he's why would he want to have anything to do with that? I don't understand why people that aren't controversial, or sorry, people that are controversial like Hasan always want to like loop in somebody who's not into their bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, it's because he wants to normalize it, right? Hasan actually thinks supporting terrorists is a normal, reasonable position that the majority of the world holds.
He's trying to get IShowSpeed fans to go on to him and start listening to his propaganda on a daily basis. That's what he's trying to do.
How he actually thinks it is. Now, obviously, the reality is when a normal person sees this extremist, they're like, oh yeah, this is kind of bad. Most people just don't like terror, right? But Hasan doesn't see it that way. He thinks that he's like everybody else. Oh, I'm just a guy with an opinion. Why wouldn't they collab with me? It's not like I'm a colossal piece of fucking shit. It's not like oppressive regimes are using me as like a propaganda tool because I'm that unhinged. It's not like I divide people constantly and do propaganda nonstop, self-admitted.
I'm a propagandist.
Well, no.
For the record.
Like, you know, you're just cooked when your credibility is right next to Sneako. So then he talks about Hasan pushing sort of narratives on his trips.
Like, why do you want to get, because there's obviously like a huge political lean with this Cuba trip, right? It's not like going to China. Going to China is like, let's experience and see a new culture. You're not going to Cuba to see a new culture. You're going to Cuba with the express like goal of trying to make it look like, the U.S. sanctions are the problem. The Cuban government is great. That's why you're doing interviews with like a Cuban journalist. It's like, oh, wow, the Cuban journalist said the regime is good. Yeah, big fucking surprise she did, because if she doesn't, she's dead. Like, it's just so obvious.
In this parallel universe, right?
Yeah.
Where I'm like trying to do adult shit.
Speed went to China with his mind open. You want him to go to Cuba with your mind. That's the difference. You don't want him to have an experience where he experiences the culture. You want him to have an experience that you're pushing him into a position where he has the same conclusions that you do. And you want to co-opt his audience.
I just said that. Facts. Me and Asmin we eye to eye with it on that. Yes, that's what I think Hasan's plan is. That's the only reason why he was interested in even being around this dude.
To believing those things.
Yup, exactly. This is his strategy. He's flippin' said it. That's the thing. He said it on a podcast before that he wants to hide his power level. You know, start by reeling in people with normal lefty opinions and then slowly introduces more radical viewpoints, right?
That you have to advocate for a much lighter form of propaganda.
And the thing is, he isn't even hiding anything. He's publicly said all of this. He's admitted it. I just don't understand, man. It's like, how can anyone give this guy the light of day? I mean, that's why I consistently have to keep putting these recaps to remind people that, hey, don't forget, he shucked his dog. Don't forget, he supports 3 different terrorist groups. You know, we got to remind people that he's an unhinged lunatic who should never be entertained. And honestly, I'm so glad that Speed ghosted him, because I'd be so disappointed if more people had this guy on, right? Him going on all these mainstream platforms like, you know, the Trash Taste podcast, or going on, or, you know, collabing with the FaZe guys, or QT, or Ludwig, or all these people. It's like they're just normalizing him to a giant fan base and potentially kids as well. Then he addresses Hasan asking people to leave him alone and playing victim.
Like, I don't know why they won't just like leave me alone. You know what I mean?
You're not leaving other people alone. You never leave people alone. You constantly talk shit about other people. You constantly talk about other people all the time. You're talking about other people. You guys notice that I never try to ask people that aren't inside of like our space to do any collabs or to do anything like that. And the reason why, especially put public pressure on them, because it's uncomfortable, because it puts them in a situation. It's a catch-22 lose-lose situation where if you say yes, then you get hate from people that don't want that type of content. And if you say no, then you get hate from people from that audience because they want to force you into wanting that kind of content. And like as a non-political creator, like if I heard the way that Hasan talked about collaborating with political creators, he basically just openly says, I want to use their audience to push my political viewpoint, which is the most insane, disrespectful, like crazy thing to say. Like, yeah, I just want to take advantage of this person's audience so I can push what I think. It's like, who the fuck says that? Plus, a lot of the audiences are kids. Yeah, exactly, right? It's predatory too. It is. And it puts Speed in a weird position.
Congrats, Hasan. You win the biggest bitch award, because what is this crying, bro? He unironically goes, leave me alone. I'm just a little baby. Just leave me alone. literally being played by the Iranian regime for propaganda. Like, no, leave me alone. I'm not doing anything wrong. Bro, this is real world consequences. Listen, in my opinion, right? In my opinion, the butterfly effect of a Hasan Piker stream will eventually lead to real terrorist attacks if it hasn't happened already. Okay, that's just my opinion. I think he's a real danger, and hence why the legendary series exists to.
Yeah, Hassan trying to play victim is crazy. Like that's wild. I'm just over here spreading propaganda. Leave me alone.
Stop this absolute menace, cartoon villain ass mother flipper, miserable Diddy Piker. And of course, he's going after IShowSpeed. He has this massive audience, also has a bunch of kids as well in his audience. Hasan Piker logic, gotta go after the youth, gotta target them young, brainwash them early.
Hey,
use the schools, the colleges, the media, TV, Hollywood, the Piker broadcast. Use every tool at your disposal because your ideas aren't organically popular, right? Nobody organically thinks like, oh yeah, it's a reasonable position to support terrorists. So you got to just attempt to drown out every other voice and then bully and harass people who disagree with you and make it seem like yours is the only opinion, which is not, okay? We're here to say it's not, you piece of trash. Now click this video or...
Yeah, I think Hassan's filthy. And I think it's mad obvious now. Without a doubt, everybody's starting to see it. But tell me what you guys think down in the comment section. Hit the hype button as well and watch more videos. Don't forget to check out my live streams. It's in the live stream tab somewhere.